Okay, let's take one last one from Bailey. He says, Dear King, Lootbox, Pat, and others, recently with the official release of Battlefront 2 EA Edition and Thanksgiving in the U.S. happening, I was surrounded by family members talking about all sorts of debates and politics and such, and eventually the hot button was EA for the entire day.
Wow.
Really? Huh.
I had to go on explaining progression systems and how they were introduced.
Okay. That can take a while.
Microtransactions and their origins, what loot boxes are, and so much more. By the end, they were all disgusted with EA, and the parents who were all
pulled their shares out of the company,
who were all participating in Black Friday, agreed to not buy their kids Battlefront 2 and tell other parents, essentially making a boycott this holiday at all. I found myself dumbfounded that EA fucked up so bad to the point where I was having to explain to them what the system was and clear up any wrongful reasonings, however. For example, one of the parents thought EA was stealing money with loot boxes and selling them to credit card scammers.
They might be. We don't know for sure.
That's incredible. Has there ever been something where you had to be the negotiator on something to family members or a non-game playing group such as this one?
I actually very recently explained this to my parents because all my dad knew was that EA was in the news for fucking up Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I explained to him he is slightly more knowledgeable than the people in this story sound.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh.
Yeah.
Just immediately.
For me, most recently, it's been a bunch of calls and random things and, sitting down together and going, so, what's a Bitcoin? What you know about this Bitcoin, Wooly? And I'm like, fucking
Actually,
Christ.
That's mine. I was asked by I think my sister, who's a bit older than me, and she asked, what are Bitcoins?
Because now the word's getting out because it's spiking. Yeah.
And what are Bitcoins? And I gave her my explanation, which is, I don't know.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah. No one really knows.
It's a fake currency made by computers that you use to buy drugs with.
I mean, effectively, but it's also going to be likely replacing some currencies in the future because it's an unstoppable Wild West internet situation. It's pretty, and it's
totally unregulated, and people just keep taking their bitcoins and robbing the bank.
It's unregulated, which is why it's just like the internet was at the beginning, which is why it's going to be around forever.
I really want to see the image of a robber with a black ski mask, and he's holding two money sacks that just say Bitcoin
bit on it. Yeah,
and he's just like, yeah.
Did you know that the bag with the money dollar sign on it is copyright Gene Simmons of Kiss?
Shut up! How?
Because he's a litigious fuck.
Okay,
that's
good,
that
makes
Kiss.
Sense.
About Battlefront, I should mention Battlefront 2 literally just got updated to change the loot box shit just now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the changes are?
What is it?
End of round payout has been increased. Earn 3 times as many credits per day in the arcade mode. Daily login crates now provide more.
Hey guys, where are you going?
And of course,
guys,
you'll be able to get free, and it's got an asterisk next to it, heroes, vehicles, and things in The Last Jedi season coming soon.
Guys, come back.
It's nothing. They're just increasing the rewards. It's absolutely no change to the problem. So
guys.
They're also putting out free single-player DLC, so that's nice, I guess.
Want to go see Looper?
But yeah, you guys got to...
Actually, it's been a while.
Looper?
Fucking nothing.
Yeah, man. No. It's all I really can tell people is if you bought it early and you held it now, you're fucking laughing.
Oh.
But it's gonna pop and crash, and if you're finding out about hey mom, if you're finding out about Bitcoin from fucking BuzzFeed, guess what?
Hey,
what?
I've got one for you. I dealt,
little too late.
I dealt with multiple it wasn't me, but multiple people I knew. Their parents asked them the same question: "What's a Pokemon Go? Should I invest in Nintendo?"
Yeah.
And the answer always comes back.
That was a big one.
No, it's too late.
Yeah.
It blew up. Now it's blown up.
That's what I had to. It's a rich, and
it can't blow up further.
Pokemon Go. I can't remember what it was before that, but there's definitely something before that as well. Where
the Wii maybe.
Yeah, where it's like by the time you are asking me about it, it's too late because you're not paying attention to this world, so you catching it means it's out there and you missed the boat.
It's
Like
uncatchable.
people who pay too much attention to the games business, like us and the people listening to this podcast, could theoretically make decent investment decisions based off of your knowledge of what's going to happen.
Of that industry.
Or if it's going to be hot, or if it's going to be not.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So, like, for example, if any of us here was really, like, for sure that the Switch is going to be a smash success, you could have seen the Switch trailer originally and gone, bam, and invested that day.
Yeah.
Like months before the release and the financial stuff. And maybe you could have got a return. But, like, your dad sees on the news, oh, it's the biggest thing ever. It's like, well, it's too late, Dad.
I'll never forget when the Wachowskis were talking about The Matrix.
Stupid
and
idiot.
they were basically describing how for the entire last half, well, pretty much from the late, like from 1960 onwards, nerds behind the curve set the tone for the rest of the world, right? Whatever is a geeky thing now becomes mainstream 10 to 15 years later because convenience and technology is what everybody wants. And so the idea of something like that's an interesting new way of living or doing anything in life gets invented and is an obscure thing at first.
The weirdos do.
That only weirdos do.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, and then someone comes along, makes it easy to interface with on a public
so,
level.
like, say, an iPod
Or a Google.
iPhone or a Google.
Right?
Or,
the dot-com boom blows the fuck up and goes away. A year later, Google AdWords comes in and just takes it from there. Like, that whole thing is just like, whatever they do now, you laugh at it now, but in about a decade, you're going to be doing it too.
Yeah, those people with Google Glass implanted into their brains.
Well, they're not all going to be gold.
Yeah.
But in general, right? And so they kind of looked at, like, they took The Matrix as a bit of that, where it's like, like this was... That changed a lot of action movies forever.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, a lot of what they were doing at the time was, like hacker punk and all that was just like...
And it's like,
who
Kung
the fuck
Fu anime
What?
shit? What the fuck is this? Who's going to give a fuck about that?
You're making a pseudo, like, cartoon sequel? Why? Like, all of that was super weird. But, like, yeah, it's like, if you're paying attention, then you know it's going to become the norm. It's just wait for it. Yeah. That's why
If you want to be famous, you want your product to be famous, you want your franchise to be famous, either be really good or be really shitty right now. And then people in the future will love you.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is buy a Beanie Baby.
Yeah. If you saw Beanie Baby and went like, this looks like shit, but I bet a bunch of dumb idiots will go crazy over them, you could have made a lot of money.
Should I invest in Furby?
The fact that you know what a Furby is means it's too late.
Yeah. All right. Can I invest in Netflix?
I don't know.
I don't think.
Because I remember when Netflix was a bunch of CDs coming to my PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I did QA for them on their PS2 build. And you had to then rent shit, and it was fucking ridiculous.
Hey, thank Wooly for helping build the future of
Netflix.
streaming services.
Yeah. Single-handedly, even.
And then somebody at Netflix went, hey, guys, the internet.
Yeah.
What's coming up? What's coming out?
Okay, we got KOTOR.